I am an advocate for women empowerment, women and youth empowerment. This was my slogan when I campaigned to become the first female mayor of the Gambia. And still now, I think, quote unquote, that I am trying my best to fulfill what I've said to the people of Banjul. In Banjul, our administration in the capital is different from Lagos, for example. In Banjul, I double up as a governor, simply because the administrative officer here in Lagos is the governor, whereas the mayor becomes the political administrator. So in Banjul, we don't have a governor, so it's right to say, and it's safe to say that I act as both as the mayor and as the governor. So my work is more of empowering women and youths. And so far I think we have, I'm not saying we have done much, but we are trying our best. As you know, leadership is about leading, being in front, listening to people, knowing their problems. And I think what we normally do is we sit as a team and try to know exactly what the people want, because we are governing them. They are the very one who put us into this position. And to be quite honest, I am trying, or we are trying our level best to set a very good example. Being the first female mayor in the Gambia, it means that we have to double our efforts to make sure that women come, or women are trusted to power. So we have done a lot, and for me it's not a lot. People will say it's a lot, as you just quoted, but for me it's not a lot. We have another 2 years to go, and I am sure before we reach the end of the bridge, we will do more for the people of Banjul. Yeah, by the way, I am the president of the African Capital Cities, that is the Sustainable Forum, and I am an executive member at the Global Parliament of Mayors. So that means I am already known in the international. So the contribution that we are doing is to try to have sustainable cities throughout Africa. And this work, we are doing it through this platform of the African Capital Cities Forum. And yes, we are doing a lot to make sure that it is not about the people of Banjul, but the Africa as a whole. If you look at the geographic of Africa, we are all one. If I am here in Nigeria, for example, I feel very comfortable. I feel at home, even though I have businesses here. But every Nigerian tends to be a brother or a sister to me. So my work is not only working for the people of Gambia, but of course Africa as a whole. During the time of Jammeh, I normally don't want to talk about the past. During the time of Jammeh, as you said, you call it dictatorship, call it whatever you want, but during the time of Jammeh, I was in the opposite side. So we fought so hard, and the credit goes to the people of Gambia, because as you said, dictatorship is not easy to uproot dictatorship. So this is not, I contributed, but I think my contribution was very, very, very small. The credit goes to the people of the Gambia, especially women. And we know, everybody knows that if women want something, they go out for it. So I give the credit of uprooting the dictatorship in Gambia to the women. Yes, I contributed, but again, my contribution was just very, very. I wouldn't say everything has changed. Democracy is not something that favors everybody. There are certain things that is going on in the Gambia that I really don't like, but maybe somebody else is seeing it in another perspective. Yes, things are changing, but not to the expectation of the people of the Gambia. But this is my own personal view, because as I said, democracy doesn't favor everybody. So again, to be very fair to the government of the Gambia, I am in the opposition side. So I don't want to sit here starting throwing stones on them. But to be quite honest, I can only say that I'm not satisfied with everything that is going on, but so it is. To be quite honest, at this moment, I'm not thinking about being the president of the Gambia. Not at this moment. I have my party leader who is there. I'm part of the United Democratic Party, that is the UDP, and of course we have our leader already. Not the flag bearer yet, but is the leader of the party. By the way, I was just elected also a week ago or 2 weeks ago as the second vice president of the party. And this is the biggest party in the Gambia. If I happen to be the president one day, as I said, my vision and mission is all about empowering women and youth. I want to see the leadership of women increase in numbers in the Gambia. If you look at, women are really underrepresented in the Gambia, and we are the kingmakers. So my vision is to see women leadership in different facets. For example, I want to see, and I always quote this in many platforms, I want to see the IGP being a woman. We have, I cannot understand Gambia for 200 years. We cannot still produce a woman as an IGP. It's really, it doesn't make sense to me. And I want to see the chief of defense staff also a woman. As much as I want to see the president to be a woman, it's not only about the president. It's not about the presidency. We as women are not power hungry. We are just there to make sure that we see a change. We want to see women in leadership. And we are not talking about the presidency. We are talking about in sectors, all other sectors. We want to see women in leadership. And if you, this is a fact, that if you give leadership to a woman, they took the bull by the horn. So, and we are not only there thinking of ourselves, we think of our counterparts also. We think of our male partners. We think of our families. I always say that we are the brain of the wall. We think for the men and we think for ourselves. Look at all what we are doing at home. Women will wake up as early as 5 o'clock, cook food, take the children to school, take care of our husbands, and then we start going to work. So the answer is best known to you. So who is doing it all? Of course, it is the woman. If you ask me what I am doing for the youth, I am not the type of leader who start talking about this is what I'm doing and that is what I'm doing. I think we leave that with my profile. Go and Google my profile and then you will know exactly what we are doing. But one thing very close to my heart, and I always try to talk about it, is like, for example, giving scholarships to youths. And this is something that is very, very close to my heart, because education is something that makes people. It contributed a lot in the life of people. I have an initiative also called the Rohey Lowe Women and Girls Initiative, and I took from my own account $200,000 to start this initiative, and women are extremely doing very well in this initiative. So the rest I just leave it with you to make research. I am not the type of leader who just will give credit to myself. I want it to come from people.